Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, people? Okay, what's good? How is everybody doing? Um, could today be a good day to actually stream on IG? I do not know. I promise you, I do not know. Hmm. I'm thinking. You know what? I don't. I'll just make a decision and just move on. I'm not going to think about it too much. Um, Today we are going to modeling columns and welcome. This is about the second to the last stream for this run. It's been an incredible run. Like, I think I should have put it in the title of the video. Like, this is the second to the last model. Yeah, I'm really excited, and I mean, towards the end, I started to make things a bit more tedious, so the whole run kind of became tiring in a way. But today's on second to last. I had to lower the bar of entry. Is it bar of entry or barrier of entry? Just try to do something simple. But the last one is very difficult. If you see, you would see that the title of the stream says 90. It should say 96, day 96. Ideally, this should be like day 99 or so. And the thinking is that I do know that for the last model, I would need a little bit more than 3 days of just consistent an hour and 30 minutes streaming to complete. So that's something I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm looking forward to it, but I probably want to do that. That's the garbage truck. But today we're doing columns, and that is this right here. Where is it? That is this right here. So columns today, welcome, welcome. I see someone dropped a message, and that is Tomido. What up, what up, what up? How you doing, man? How was your day? Hope you're good. How is your parents? How is your life? How is your home? Hope you're working. Hope you're reading. Hope you're blending. Yeah, I'm a little bit excited today. As you guys can tell from my tone, from my vibe a little bit. Not usually this excited, but I think for today's stream, I just want to just try as much as possible to breeze through it. Yeah. Welcome, 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 welcome. I see you. Yeah. So let us get into it. For a column, we need something to tell scale. Yeah. So I'm going to G this to the center and this to the side a little bit, and we have something to tell scale. Yeah. Yeah, so for the columns I have some references that I want to model. This is one of them. But I think I'm not just going to model. I'm going to come from the angle of texturing. So if you're one of those that have always wanted to see me texture on stream, I think today is one of those days where I would actually texture. Cause yeah, I don't know. I think just modeling the columns alone might be just uh I don't feel like it might not be impressive work. So maybe I need to up that a little bit. So I'm going to bring in a cylinder, GZ this to the surface, or maybe I'll leave it like this because I think I'm going to be doing a lot of like um what should I call it? Mirroring on the Z axis. So this is the first column that we're going to be working on. I'm going to scale this on the Z a little bit. And what I'm thinking is, I don't think this is the amount of vertices I need on this. Or maybe I need this, but I'm already thinking of how I could scale this down and GY, something like this, and then maybe array. But we also want to think about how we could cut this into half and then we're going to throw in an array in there. I really want to. I'm really thinking about putting this out on IG, like stream on IG, but like, man. So I want to make sure that these two actually land on the exact same spots. Oh man, no. Why? Okay, I think I'm going to leave it like this. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to kind of apply the array, and then I'm going to merge by vertices, but this time I'm going to have to adjust this distance because I want something that can capture this. So I'm thinking 0.09, something like this. So we see them snap together and we have captured that. So I'm just going to shade that smooth, and we have this. So something about columns that makes columns work is their profile. They have really good profile, and yeah. Oh my god. Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Uh I thought to throw on the Lakers jersey today since they are no longer in the playoffs, just to show a little bit of solidarity with the second GOAT. So the second greatest of all time is what's his name? LeBron James to me. My actual GOAT still remains Michael Jordan, and that is because I think in terms of achievement and just general outlook on what a or what the face of the league should be, I think everyone will just generally tend towards LeBron, and I think statistically that would be the correct choice. But for me, I do not like. I think I watched the Last Dance. That is the Bulls run, that 90, was it 96 or the 94 to 98 run of like just back to back rings, and the celebrity of Michael Jordan was so insane to where it was almost like this guy was a god. Like that was kind of the best description like news outlets could give to this guy, because at such a young age, even as a college athlete, he was revered, and people were looking forward to having him in the league and trying to mess him up. Because, like, when someone is being hailed in high school as the person that's going to come and save the league, trust there will be other OGs in there saying, "Oh, okay, this is the person I want to come and save the league, but let him come into the league. We're going to mess him up." But he came in, he dominated, got rings, stamped his name, and he was just, I think the way he carried himself, his career, he was an insane celebrity. And I think just that star power is what I do anchor over LeBron's head in terms of the comparison between him and Michael Jordan. Yeah, that star power is different, man. It's like the Michael Jackson of, or he was like the Michael Jackson of basketball. That's the goat right there, man. And I mean, right after that, I can bring in LeBron. That's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind that conversation. But like, yeah, it's always been Mike. It's always been Mike for me. I mean, the Last Dance was just like, it's insane having that much control over the franchise. I know people do say, "Oh, you're the person carrying your franchise this time. You're the person carrying this person, the person carrying this franchise." But like, this guy was really the person moving the microeconomics of not just the Chicago Bulls, but like Chicago as a whole. That's crazy influence, bro. Crazy influence. Just imagine being able to influence the GDP of a particular like state. That's insane. First column done. I'm going to move on to I think let's do this one. And to do this one, I think I'm going to borrow from the other one. I'm going to borrow from this one. Yeah. So I'm going to take away this base. You see this part, I'm going to GZ all the way to this point, and I can easy a little bit on that and then turn this into a circle, and then easy to continue that. So that's cool. Ah, this is too dense. So this is too dense. Sorry, I'm going to make another one. That pillar is too dense. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in a cylinder, but this time around, I'm going to bring in half of this. So divided by 2. Yep. And on the top view, I'm going to take out these vertices. Yep. Let me see the chart. I don't know basketball a lot, but I know that LeBron and Kobe are goats. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I created a old screw without any texture from the intern, but the default node in Blender. I don't think I understand that last one, but yeah, I see you installed Kobe in that conversation. A little bit. Kobe is in that conversation a bit, but I don't know about Kobe, man. To be honest, yeah, I'll just throw him in there, but like we're talking about ah, and then talking about real people, real shooters. Actually, I didn't say another word, but yeah, we have on that age on the stream, but like this is Kobe too was clutch, you know. So yeah, I think if I want to do a top 3, yes, Kobe will be in there. If I want to do a top 5, I'll bring in Steph, Most Def. I'll bring in Curry. And the only way Magic Johnson makes it in to my list is if we have something like a top let's say top 7. Yeah. No, top 10, because I still need to think about the OGs like the Will Chamberlains and um those guys too. They're somewhere in the top 10, but yeah. Larry Bird, you know. So I'm going to merge by distance. And I think this needs to be even more reduced. Okay, that's not gluing. Why? I'm going to apply scale and let's do that again. Merge by distance. Wow. That's too small. So let's bring this down, switch our view, and we can exit. I hope to finish this real soon, actually, because yep, work resumes tomorrow. So I'm going to bring cursor to this point, and then I'll bring in a cylinder. This cylinder is going to be 30 sides, actually. Yep, this is what I'm thinking is going on there. Scale, SZ, and then right click shades mode, right click shades mode. So this is cool. S Shift Z. I'm going to GZ a little bit, and then on this side I will scale, and then on this side I will extrude on this Z. So right here there's going to be a bevel, and then a little bit of an extrusion along the mouse. Oh, there was a texturing technique I learned recently. Oh yeah, I think I remember now. I'm going to use that for this, for texturing these columns, because it really needs that texturing style. Yeah, okay. GZSC GZ. This is cool. GZ. GZ. Okay. All the elders bow. Their God is the land. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Okay, we have second column, and second column goes here. Oh no no no! This is not second column. Oh. I got this wrong. Second column is going to be something like this. For from your own thing. Okay. Something like this. Shade smooth. Okay. Second column right here. Done. Let's go to the next. They're going to be swiping through columns. Digital solution. Do you have product design tutorials? Okay. Digital solution. I don't know who you are. You are a new name on the stream. So, as it is our tradition on the stream, I would usually check if you are some kind of a 3D artist or a Blender user. So, I'm just going to go to your YouTube. Just 1 second. I just want to quickly check and see if he's a Blender user. Oh, my hair is messed up. Digital solutions, go to channel. Oh, okay. I see you probably do design. Let me play this one. Yep. I see you blending things in here. So you're like a graphic designer. Yeah. I see it's like you're a graphic designer. So oh, okay, you use Blender to this is a Blender video. Okay, so you're like a 3D artist. All right. Shout out to Digital Solutions. I think you just sent your name on the stream. Let me see. Oh, okay, you're Joseph. I'm Joseph too. So we're namesakes. Nice to meet you, man. Yeah, since you're new here, we don't have anything to do with like new people. We don't have any air horns or stuff like that. But I think this is what we do. Just go to the channel and try to see what they do and stuff like that. And yeah, this looks like a real good project because I have worked with oil and gas and people that are in maritime in terms of like making videos like this. This is all they need. They just need to visualize the space and see what the look of success is going to be like. They don't need high end polished visuals as such, you know. Yeah. You're welcome, Joseph, and shout out to you. I think I would like to see another video. So let me see the car animation right here. I see I'm mostly on wireframe. Is it that your computer doesn't like support high density scenes? Because I see why you'd want to work in wireframes if that's the case. And I mean, it's normal to want to try to save space and stuff like that. So yeah, how long have you been learning? How long have you been working in Blender? And what's your goal with Blender? What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to be like a product designer? Are you trying to be a product visualizer? Stuff like that. And yeah, welcome. What country? Let me see. Okay, the country is not here. What country are you from? Let me get back to the stream because we don't have time. We do not have time. Okay, this one. Oh my god. This one looks daunting actually. We're going to try. That's all we can do. try. So I'm going to bring this, I'm going to divide this by 2. Yeah. Oh, Joseph, a Nigerian. That's dope. That's really good. That's really good, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I think this one I would have to rotate 180. Yeah, because this style is it's like a different. It's like different. In fact, I think this needs to even scale on the Y a little bit too. No. Oh, but this, you see this too? I'm going to delete them. So I'm going to bring in an array, and then this is going to go in a circle. Oh, the elders bow. They can't you done. Oh, okay. No, I think I want this to have more space in between. Oh no, not to have more space, but to have more iterations of this shape. Scale, Shift Z. Scale. So I can apply the array and measure distance. So we're good. So with this, I can shade smooth and do we have the profile? I think we do have it, but we probably need more instance of this. So I'm going to undo, and we're going to make this even smaller so we can accommodate for more counts of this. There's the 26. Round even number. Apply that array, and then oh no, I want to merge by distance, but we need to increase the threshold. Yep, good. Shade smooth and S. I can scale this down and SZ. So that's great. At the top right here, I don't know if I'm going to follow that design exactly, but let me try. So I'm going to easy scale all this out and let's see if it holds the shape, because that's my issue with not wanting to follow the exact design because my 4 flats. Let's try that again. GZ. I'm just going to, oh, it's already breaking. Can I do like this instead? And then I can easy. Even looking at this, I think this is 3D rendered. Like you can see, if you zoom in here, you can see that this face is not smooth enough. And this cannot be a mesh. I don't think it's a machine issue, a construction issue. I think this was 3D modeled, actually. That's interesting. So I'm going to convert this into a circle. I don't think I'm going to go this route, bro. Okay. You know what I think is going to work? If I take this and maybe bevel it, then take the top, and then with proportional editing, we can scale like so. Let me try again. Can scale. Oh, no. I want to inverse it. Is there where I can inverse this? Oh my God. You know what? I'm not going with that design. That's a little bit tricky to model. So I'm just going to go with something straight like so. But you see this die cut here, I'm going to bring that in. Yeah, I'm going to bring in that cut. And right at the top, I'm going to bring cursor to that point, and I want to model this kind of inverted cone in a way. So this I'm going to take up 32, scale down a Z. I'll GZ this up to the surface a little bit like so. And right around here, I can GZ and scale this. So looks like we're good on all of that. I would GZ and SZ this, select both, and then I'll select this and just GZ. On this, I will bevel, and we're cool with. Only thing is that I don't think this is enough actually. So I'm going to bring cursor to this point, and then I'll bring the cube, which I'll GZ, Shift C. For this, I think I'm going to apply scale and then copy modifier. Yep, I think even this could have some kind of a profile. So I could bevel like so, but come in here to add some kind of a profile. Shift C. No, that would be too wide. Maybe we want to do RX 180 and then duplicate that RX 180. Yep, I want to do something like this. So if we join both, probably need to select this with L, GZ, and then join these two faces by bridging bolts. I've never seen any column like this, but we're riding. So this is another column. This I'll just mirror, and think I want to move it into the other collections. GZ. All the elders down. Ooh. Tomido, could it be the normals were flipped? I don't think so, Sha. I don't think the normals were flipped, actually. I think it's... Wait, let me try it again. But I personally don't think the normals were flipped. Joseph, you said you wanted to learn more. Yeah, I mean, there are just a lot of tutorials to go through, and I think something you also probably want to do is try out modeling exercises, stuff like that. Stuff like that will help you just be a better 3D artist generally. It's so helpful to try that actually. So I mean, you probably don't just want to check my own, you can check other people's own, check a lot of different tutorials to see what you resonate with. Personally, I think even with the whole conspiracy around Blender Guru right now, that is one place that I definitely do know that you can learn Blender really well. So It's still one of those that you should check out. And there's this Indian. Ooh, so what I would have done, I would have selected all of these edges and just added a little bevel on it and fixed that topology easily. So I would have done something like this. Yeah, his name is called Insta no Crossmind Studios. He's a blender YouTuber from India and he's fantastic, man. Like one of the actual best. If it ever comes to a time where I need to go in and just brush up my skill, because I feel like a little bit I need to go and brush up some things. Maybe look for an intermediate or advanced tutorial to take. Yeah, I'll have to look for how I can get to do with that guy. That guy is fantastic, man. So with that bevel, you hold this, then I can come here and do that. But why is it not? Could it be because I've not applied scale? Uh-huh. Oh, okay. I mean, so it wasn't a normal issue. It was, and I'm glad I came back to try, because I would have just let that go without finding a solution. So it was just a topology modeling thing. So let's say this is another option. I can move this to the collection. I don't know how many I'm going for, but see how far we can push it. You were asking me where do I work? Right now, I do brand design for fintech, and yeah, that's basically what I do. I'm a graphic designer. I'm a visual designer. So I don't do anything that pertains to like 3D or Blender in my daily work. The only time I get to play with 3D is when I come back home and I just want to chill or I just want to learn something new. I just come on here and kick it. So after I'm done with this 100-day stream, I am not going to stream probably again, or I don't think I'm ever going to stream again. Like this was torturing. So I think I might do some other streams, but it might be pertaining to logo design and branding stuffs. That is that's my specialty. That's my bread and butter, and I think I might do a little bit of that for a while on maybe a separate YouTube channel. Definitely not this one. So yeah, I just have to prepare properly and plan ahead for that, because you will see how I'm a little bit like, I won't say relaxed. I'm a little bit natural with the way I'm working in Blender and just interacting with you guys. It's not too overproduced. With that one, I wouldn't say I want it to be produced in any way, but I probably want to be better prepared because there'll be a lot more people on stream, a lot more people to cater to, and yeah, I just need to be able to view things at once. It's not like the one I'm looking to the side now to actually see comments. I probably want to get a second screen and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'll have to figure all that out. Whoa, I'll have to figure all that out first before thinking about that. And I mean, people will be excited about it definitely, because I feel like most of the people that follow me for logo design right now might feel starved. I feel starved, man. But yeah, it's one of those things that comes with dealing with someone that want to explore more things. I wouldn't want to restrict myself because I have an audience and they expect certain things from me. No, I'm not going to be detected on what to do like that. No, definitely not. So I kind of do whatever I want to do, and when it's time to go into some logo design stuff, most definitely. I was even sketching some logos today, and it was fun. I think my camera is on. I should Probably show you guys the logos. And yeah, I also talked about some drawings I've been doing. I think I talked to Tomido yesterday that I've been learning some drawings. So I probably want to show you guys today. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Something I think I'm going to do after all of this, I might just dump all the models, all 100 days in a pack, and then upload it on Gumroad, and maybe settle that at a price. I don't know what price is going to be, but it's not going to be $2 or $5. It's going to be way higher, way higher. We're talking like above $50. So I probably need to think about that. This one, are you guys seeing this profile here? This one is going to. So it's going to be after my life. So I'm probably going to skip it. Yeah, modeling, Blender Guru. Yeah, no. In terms of modeling, I don't know if you want to look into Blender Guru like that, but just how to move around the software, taking that initial first steps, getting your donut tutorial, very important for Blender users. Get your donut tutorial. That's something that you use to measure how far you've come. Just imagine like doing the donut tutorial again like 4 years from now, and just making that comparison from like your first step to like 4 years in. That's really dope. All Blender users have their donut tutorial. My donut tutorial is somewhere in one of these hard disks. I would definitely find that. Or my donut rather. Crossmind Studios, am I correct? Yeah, you're correct. That's the person I'm talking about. Same here, brand design. You do brand design, that's cool. That's really good. If you know Arabic, you can watch Cypher Sound 3D. He has some of the best tutorials in Blender. I'm familiar with the name, but I'm not sure. I'm familiar with the name, but I'm not sure. I'll check him out right now. Joseph said, Blender user, I use Figma, Photoshop, After Effects. Now I want to be good on Blender as well. My web mockup are on Behance. Yeah, Joseph, if you want to have me check it out, like you can just share it on chat. I'll check it out. But right now I want to check Shai Fassam 3D. I want to see what it does. I want to see his style and stuff like that. Let's see. Saif Hassam 3D. Let's check him out. I like this. This is really well done. I'm going to open it to one side. I think I want to watch that later. Does a lot of shading, 3D modeling, tracking. Yeah, I see product visualization too. There is also a Russian guy like this that I really enjoy. There's a Russian guy. I know one of his tutorial. It has something to do with Microsoft star rendering in Blender. He is so good. Oh my god. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find him. I'm going to try. I don't think that's him. He's really good. Come on. Oh, could this be him? I don't think so. This is not him. I can't find his channel. It's crazy, but it's really good. And the best thing about working with his channel is that he's translating to English as well. Like with the subtitle and all of that. Like it's good. I won't even lie. With this model, whoa. Let me see. I like the way this lower part is. So I'm just going to start with that first. Let me see. I'm going to bring in a cylinder. and we're going to do 12 sides. No, we're going to do more than that. Let's do 16. Right, with this I'll scale on the Z, and then I'll apply that scale, and these faces I want to delete, select all, and then I want to insert the face, yeah, and then I want to extrude along the mouse. Easy. So I can not apply, I can just add the sub D to that so that this part is rounded off. Maybe not rounded off to the way we want, but I can always add to the sub D to make that tighter. So yeah, something like that. And I want to add one more of this, and then release this a little more, So that's cool. With this, I can flip to the other side and apply that mirror, and I can shade this smooth. So we have this. I like this next step right here. So I'm going to try to do that, but I don't think I'm going to go all the way to all those florals and all those. No, I'm not doing that. Easy. Time is already going. Like, it's already like 11:45. And I really want to texture on stream. I want to do that for sure. So can I fill and then bevel that to hold the shape? Then right here, I want to bring in a cylinder. I want to bring in a cylinder of like 32 sides. Scale on the Z, S Shift Z. I'm going to GZ this to the surface. SZ, GZ. I'm going to apply that scale. Select this, and then bevel. I'm going to add that bevel again. Merge by distance. That's cool. Shade smooth. Boy. Yeah, for sure, Joseph. That's fine. That's fine. There's no worries. I'll extrude this. Shift D and Z. And then I think I can borrow this. Shift D. And I can move this to the vertex. Scale this. And GZ a little up to this point. I'm going to delete this. Oh, I think I already bridged it actually. I'm going to delete all of this vertex, and then this I'll delete and then fill this face. I'm going to RX 180 scale. I can select all of this. This is softer looking column actually. Maybe a little too soft. Okay. I'm going to move this. Then let's see the next one. I'm not going to model this one. I'm not going to model this one. I'm not going to model this one. And no modeling this one either. So let's just go on to texturing. I'll use this one as my guide for texturing. I'll select all of this and commit that to mesh so that I can select all of this and just join into one. So my process for modeling this, I think I'll bring in a base concrete texture first of all, and then I think, oh, you know what? Let me look for one that I can provide this as a guide to texture. I'm looking for more of like this kind. So I'm going to go to textures and we're going to go to concrete. And I'm looking for like, let's use this beige. Yeah, it has some really great project. Like I was just looking at some right now and it's really amazing. Amazing stuff. Um yep. So we have this. I'm going to select all and just let the cube UV projects. I want to make sure I'm maximizing the whole texture. No, I don't think that's the one. I think this is the one right here. So I'm going to bring in a cube into the scene so I can bring in another texture that I can use to contrast this, because what I'm trying to do now is I'm going to try to isolate the crevices of this shader editor. I think what I learned that day was to go with bevel. Yeah. Then we'll go with normal. Yeah. Then with a mixture of both, but I don't the mixture of both. What was the blend mode? Was it, man? Can't remember the blend mode, but let me see. In terms of geometry, it was a normal. I should be able to find this actually. I think it was difference. No. What is subtract? Bevel. I think I need to look for this thing. I need to look for it. So I think where I found it was on a CG Cookie channel. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check. I'll check that. I'll check that. Hmm. I'm looking for the particular talk. Yep. This is it. This is it right here. See this one? No. Now I can use ambient occlusion to do that, but I just want to recollect this particular trick because I think it's really helpful with the setup. Yep. Bevel, geometry, difference. I got it. Like it's difference. Then you can use a noise. Yeah. I think I was correct. Or, oh, maybe I probably need to have done this in cycles. Yeah, I probably would have done that. Difference. Please, oh, don't hang on me. Oh. Okay. So I've isolated this, but Blender is really hanging bad. Like bad. So maybe I'll just try to isolate this one. But as you can see, we're already kind of masking the edge of this thing. But I don't even think I want to use this anymore. Ambient will do a better job. So I'm going to take out all of this. I'm going to connect this and delete all the displacement. I don't need that displacement. So let me bring in ambient occlusion and see how that's going to work for me. I'm thinking inside. I'm also thinking local. So we're going to look at something like this. I think samples can be down to like 6, but distance, one distance really tight. Probably also we're going to use a color ramp too. To bring all of that like even closer. I don't know if this is shaded smooth properly. Like so. Distance 0.3 on that distance. Let's see. So we need to mix it with the base color of this. So I'm going to copy the base color of that, and then with this max created, we can mix these two, but then we're going to separate both of them with the black and the white part of this. So we can see now that the edges are having to catch a different color. Can I unwrap this? Let me see. Not actually unwrap, but just project in a different manner because this is looking stretched out. Maybe I want to connect this like this. So. And this color, I'm not really sure about that color actually. For the column. Okay. This is making sense, but I think it will make more sense if this was beveled. Okay. I think I want to mix in more stuffs actually. So I'm going to bring in cube. I'm going to get another texture. Let's do this damaged texture. So this is just going to come overall like create variations across the surface. You see that the surface is too perfect, too smooth, and that's not what I'm going for. So right here, I feel like you see this beige one. I want to desaturate that. So I'm going to bring in a hue saturation and just knock that off to white. So now that we're bringing, I'm looking at this edge now. Maybe it's too much. That bevel was too much. Yeah. Yep, so I can come here. Let me desaturate that like I wanted to, like so. Um, I think something should be tighter here. There's something really loose about this edge. So I'm going to bring this 0.1. So it's tighter, it's good, but then we'll lose a lot of detail here, which I don't mind. I think, no, I mind actually. But what I'm going to do now is to maybe mix in a noise texture, maybe with this having its own. If this has its own, then how can I bring in a noise texture? Let me see. Can I just bring a noise texture in front here? I don't think so. No. Let me see how I brought in noise texture in this video. Where is it? Just brought it like, you know what? I'm going to use Ctrl T actually. Yeah. But you see all of this, I can dissolve this and dissolve this and connect this to, was it connected to color or, and then can bring in a noise texture and perform this override mix color. This goes in here and we could affect how the noise is coming in. Now you can see like the noise at 0 everywhere is playing, the noise at 1, that's how it looks. So I think oh, this is affecting the distance, so maybe I want to bring in a color ramp right here so that I can direct this even better. But you see something I don't like? I don't like the way these textures are stretched. Like it's not even looking good at all. Should I switch this to objects? What's going on? Or should I do a different unwrap? Yeah. So the mapping, I probably want to just increase scale on that. Then this desaturation, maybe I want to bring back a little bit of that color. Then this should be tighter, definitely, most definitely tighter. So right here, frame selected. So I was going to bring in a noise texture where I think right here I can just insert a noise texture and just mix both. But this time around, we're going to connect this mapping to it and we're going to grab this base color right here. We can go back to this. So base color comes here, noise texture goes up. So this part, nope, I can sever this. So we need to direct how our noise is coming in. So I'm going to bring in a color ramp. Yeah, so we can see the noise texture properly. I think something like this is good. I don't like that actually. Kind of weird looking. Let me see. I think it's sent on Instagram here. Let me check. Oh yeah, I see the screw looks really damaged and really rusty. So yeah, that's nice. That's really good. I'm going to bring in more detail. Think with this, I want to tone it down a little bit, maybe in terms of the hue and the value. No, hue is fine, but value might come down to say 0.3. Why is it not affecting it? Oh no, value doesn't come down. The value should go up. So it be brighter. So I think I should put this on 3 actually. So maybe value goes to 5 and saturation goes to 0.1. Could take value up to 7. Okay. Yeah, I prefer this actually. So most of all of this GX, I'm just going to join into one mesh actually. J and select all of that and link material. But all of this do not have, they're not well unwrapped. For example, this. Wow. Okay. I think this right here, this one at the base is just doesn't make any sense. So maybe from here, I'm going to select more. Repeat all the way down to this point. Delete vertices. fail. I think this can just connect. But you see all of this are not just well UV unwrapped. So maybe I'll try a different UV unwrap on this. Nah, just not the UV unwrap I'm looking for. What about can I project from view? Yeah, I think I prefer project from view, even though the material is messed up. It's somewhat better than undo. Can I do okay? That's cool. I think I'm cool with all of this actually. Um hmm. Something else is coming to mind though. So what if I bring in this whole texture, maybe without the displacement and without this? So I copy this entire stuff and then I bring it here. But it's going to be a mix between this white and this. Now, this is how it's going to mix. I'm going to mix from how am I going to create this gradient? I want to create a gradient from down here all the way to the top. So is it normal? Let me see. Maybe it's just a gradient texture. Like I'm overthinking it. Like it's just a gradient texture. Yeah. Plug in the gradient texture. Control T, bring in the coordinate nodes, and I think for this, if I switch to object, what does it look like? What about UV? UV is messed up. So object, I think I need to rotate this on the Y by 90. And then I probably need to ease this up. And then maybe want to scale on the Z, feather that out a little more so that when we move on the Z location, or I think when we move on the X location like this, we have good height difference. So I'm going to make that a little tighter. And I'm going to move on the X a little bit. I don't know what's wrong with this one. Do I need to apply scale? Okay, I think I need to apply scale to that. Apply scale to all. Okay, cool. Right here, I can connect this and you can see the bottom of this looks really messed up. But I think this is a metal texture. Oh my God. That's not concrete, that's metal. I'm going to use this one, but I'm going to make it darker. So all of this right here, I'm going to delete and paste this, and we're going to connect it into the sockets. So we're cool. I like that feathered, weathered look. But you see all of this down here. I'm going to bring in a curve node so that we can just make the entire down part dark. So with that down part dark, I think I'm going to do that noise texture maneuver right now. Bring this here. I'm going to bring in a mix color. Yeah, and I'm going to connect this to the location. So yep, we have some noise action going on. If we go full, is this double? Okay, I think this comes here, and then this goes to the vector. Is this it? Then start thinking about the texture of this noise, detail, the roughness, and probably start thinking about the contrast, color ramp on that right here. That's cool. Can mix that and then put that into the map. Let's see what the gradient is looking like. Gradient is looking crazy. So I'm going to try out different blend modes to see which one works. I think where I'm seeing some joy is around this area. So, yeah, like this blend. We're seeing some sharp materials here. But thinking about this now, I don't think there's any form of weathering that will bring something like this from a white material. So maybe this part is too dark. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. And I'm looking now for, I think, the Z of this part. Abby, where is it? The Z of this axis. I want to make it a little tighter. Like so. So we can bring that down. Yeah. Something like this. So yeah, we're done. I'm going to save this. Where is it? Day 94. Second to last day done. I'm really excited. So this is the 94 columns. Save. Yeah, this is done. I don't think there's anyone on stream. I'm not going to call it a day right here. I'm going to first of all pack all the files. So yeah, that's about it, guys. So long, and until I see you guys in the next one.